Hi, brothers and sisters in Christ. This is Cece on my channel, Cece Talks to God. And on today's word, for this word at this moment, God gave me the word launch. And today is February 29th, 2024, and it's a leap year, and today's like the leap day. And so today it's very significant because today is the launch day for a lot of the chosen ones who have been in the wilderness, who have been in training, who have gone through isolation, who have gone through so many trials and tribulations, leaving behind family, money, friends, and just lots of different people and all of their things, and moving from place to place. I know I've moved a ton in the last 3 years, let alone the last year. I've moved at least a dozen times. But today is the launch day. And so if you're watching this video, if God led you to click on this video and to watch this video, this is your launch day. Your launch is either coming or it's now. You're going through the launch day. And the enemy, and if you're this far along in your journey, you know that right before the blessing, you are going to get so many spiritual attacks. You're going to have the spirit of confusion attack you. You're going to have the spirit of anxiety attack you. You're going to have the spirit of doubt attack you. You're going to question things like, have I been following, the right voice? You're going to be confused. But just remember that any of those things, like when you're confused, when you're feeling doubt, like that is not the Spirit of God. God reassures you. He will confirm you. He will bring you peace. He will bring you, just the resolution, but he's not going to make you confused. When you're feeling confused, the remedy to that is always to be still and pray, and God will speak to you, and calm you down, and just reassure you that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're not, just know that if it's not God's will, he will shut that door. But if it is his will, he'll open up that door. And sometimes he'll let doors open so that you can learn a lesson. But just remember that with every lesson, there's always a blessing at the end. And the blessing is usually the lesson that you learn, because you need to learn that lesson for, whatever it is that's coming up next in your life. But launch. Today is the launch day for many of you. It's my launch day. I've been on this journey for 3 years. And what's so significant about today is that tomorrow is March 1st, and on March 1st, exactly 2 years ago, God woke me up at 3 in the morning, had me book a ticket to California, and then the rest was history. My life has just been go, 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 go ever since. He took me to a place to literally train me at a place called Mission Beach. And then after that, I experienced a lot of hardship and a lot of adversity, but it was all strengthening. It was like strength training, like when you go into the military and you have to go through the 10 weeks of boot camp. Well, I went through boot camp for the kingdom of heaven. And literally today, right now on my launch day, he had me wearing all black this morning with some cute little floral shoes, and then he had me go and change. He had me go and buy these combat boots, and then he had me change and put my combat boots on, change my pants, change my shirt, change my jacket to my leather jacket, and he's got me dressed up look like all my red on, my red lipstick, like I'm going in for battle. And that's what there's chosen ones, and we all have a different job. And my group that I'm going to be ministering to, the people who are going to be watching my channel, we are the warriors. We're the ones who are going to be feet on the ground, in the middle of the battle. Okay. So there's people there's one of the messengers, prophets that I listen to. He's a watchman. So he sits back up you know, like imagine like a tower, and he watches from above, and he's got our back from above, and he can see things, and he will give us the message on like what, you know, he foresees. And then so his focus is to be the watchman, right? My group, our focus is we are feet on the ground. We are, you know, the ones that go directly into battle. We are all prepared for that. That was what my training the last 3 years has been, is to truly, I mean, I had to repeat it over and over and over again. And it wasn't because I failed, but it was because it was like strength training. You know, how do you exercise a muscle and strengthen that muscle? You got to keep working it over and over and over on a repetitive motion, and then continue to build up that muscle by adding more weight. And so one of the things that I had to learn is how to let things go, how to walk away with like, God would build me up, and then I'd have to walk away from it all, and then he'd restore it all, and then I'd have to walk away from it again. And we did that. Went through that over and over and over again while I was, you know, like for the last, 18 months. I was pregnant for 9 months, and now my son's 9 months old, and I did it by myself. I didn't have anybody with me through it all. And the reason why that is part of my story as well. God designed it that way, and I'll make other videos about that on a later time. But on my launch day, I don't even have time, guys, to tell my story, my testimony, because I am like, literally, he's got me dressed up for combat. Like, the war is on. Like this morning, the first worship song that I sang was War is On, Bring It On. Us warriors who've been training the last few years, we are ready. God's army is ready. The battle is beginning, and we need to be prepared mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And then, you know, I know that there's a lot of us who are waiting for that financial breakthrough, because if we've been in training, we haven't been, you know, like, we haven't had a lot of money, you know, but we've been provided for, though, you know, and we've had to look at provision in a different way, where like, God's not going to give you the $1 million, because if he gave you all the money, then you would think that you're supposed to do something else with it. You'd probably give it away and start a charity, and no, that's not what he wants you to do. So he's been feeding you day by day, like, I don't want to say breadcrumbs, because some days are just so abundant. And then he's been training us how to fast. He's been training us how to, you know, value and drink water and all of those things. And so that's the reason why the financial provision hasn't come. And if it doesn't come, it's because, guys, we don't need it. But he's like, for me, I just had a baby 9 months ago. And at 3 months, I almost got my body back and better than when I became pregnant. And so every single warrior, you have a warrior's body right now. The people that I'm talking to right now, you look at yourself and you are not, you're not, you know, overweight. You, like, God has trimmed you down. God has trained you how to fast. There's a lot of people that, you know, have been going through these fasting cycles, and it's not, you know, just to lose the weight. And that's how he's kind of toned us down. But it's because there's going to be situations that we're going to run into where, you know, we're not going to have food, maybe, you know, and so we need to be able to know that we're not going to die. We need to be able to understand how our body works when we're not getting, you know, food, and we're only having to rely on water, right? And so though all of that training is going to come into place, but today my message is, get ready, warriors. It's our launch day. Be prepared. Be in good spirit. Know that everything that we've been going through the last few years is for a strong purpose, for God's purpose, God's army. We need to armor up. We need to get ourselves spiritually ready, and it is our launch day. So I love you, brothers and sisters in Christ, and may God continue to bless you and guard you and guide you and protect you on this journey. And I hope one day that we all get to meet, but for sure, I'll see you on the other side. Bye.